and Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. This is our Let's Play series, and today we are up to episode number 9. So if you could quickly drop us a like, it would be much appreciated. And of course, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. So, here we are back with another episode, another story order. We've just come into the garage. We have just done a few simple, small jobs to get some experience and some extra money coming in. And yeah, so we're back here with another story order. So we're going to right click, orders. We've got the FMW Roadster, the i4 DOHC engine. It says, I was on my way back from a party and I believe I might have hit a rather large pothole or something. Please assess the damage and make any necessary repairs. This car belongs to my father-in-law. So he's clearly in trouble. So he needs to get the car repaired and sorted. So we're going to take that one, so we can get it back to his father-in-law. Okay, looks like we may have some wheel damage. Both, yeah. Looks like wheel damage this side straight away. Right click, overview. We've got nothing there, so we can't see anything there. So we're going to right click, move car. I'm going to take it onto the test path a bit quick, because that will tell us any major suspension issues and brake issues. Yes, we would like to proceed. Pull it forward, slam on those brakes. So yeah, it's got brake issues on the front, looking at that. Looks like it's possibly got brake issues on the back. That's the front suspension, looks like a problem on the front left side. Yeah, looks like the rear left side. So we've got rubber bushings, rear suspension arms, etc. Ventilated brake discs, rear shock absorbers, front shock absorber. So we've got a few bits and pieces that need doing. Some of it looks in okay condition. So let's right click, we go to car status now. Again, that's discovered some of those parts. So we'll right click, move the car back to lift A and get it up onto the ramps. Say onto the ramp, onto the single arm jack. Get it right up. Have a visual sort of look underneath. Yeah, you can see this. So if we go to examine mode, you can see the bits that we've already tested. Got some bushings there on the cross member. That's going to need doing as well. Yeah, that front axle looks like it needs doing. The tie rod's going to need doing. So this is just like a visual check that we are doing. Steering rack we have to take off the car to check. Front drive shaft should be okay. Gearbox needs coming off. Cross member should be fine. Got a sway bar, that's fine. So could be some other bits just in there, like the wheel bearing. No, that's fine. Done the knuckle housing, knuckle cover. Yeah, that needs coming off. Spring you need to actually take off the car or taking it for a test drive. So yeah, there's quite a bit on that front corner that needs checking out. Gonna have a quick look at this back corner now. Examine mode. So we've already discovered that there's some various parts damaged. That exhaust is damaged. I think he's hit more than a pothole. Yeah, he's definitely hit more than a pothole with some of this damage. Definitely. So we've got some quite major issues on the car there. Don't think there's anything this side. Just like I say, nipping through. Yeah, no real issues that side of the car. So some quite substantial work to get done. So let's make a start. Start by taking the wheel off. It's always a good start. And remember, he's going to want this putting back as good a condition as possible. In fact, looking from here, it looks like that radiator looks like it could be knackered as well. Drive axle out. Like I say, if we take all this front corner off, he's obviously got some major damage here. Can't take that knuckle off until we take the tie rods and suspension out. So yeah, similar sort of job as last time. We take that shock absorber out. Can't take that out until we take the sway linkage out. So yeah, like I say, that entire front corner's had to come out. If you have a quick look at the examine mode, we've got 1, 2, yeah, both of these rubber bushings need coming out. I had to think what they were called then. Now, whilst we are here, I'm going to actually mount new ones in there straight away. I've already got them in stock, so if I don't, I'll only end up forgetting them later. So that's that sort of front corner done there. We now need to do this back corner. So it's done, it's took apart. Brake caliper can come off. Pads and discs. That's that off. See, even though we don't need to take all this off, we do need to take it off to get to other parts. Wheel bearing is coming out. Take that one out. Yeah, you need to take other parts off to get into the other bits. We need to take that off. That needs coming off. That needs coming off. Yeah, to cause this much damage, it's definitely more than a pothole. Certainly plenty of parts to take off. I think thinking why won't that come off there, but obviously missed one. So that's that off. Take that rear muffler off, that exhaust pipe there can come off. It looks like that is all of that. We'll have a quick look in the examine mode. Yeah, just as expected, we've got a rubber bushing there that needs coming out. Again, as that's one that I know we'll end up missing putting back, I'm going to put it in now. No, we're not, because we've only got 88% ones, and if you look at the car, it needs 100%. So I'll have to try and remember that. Let's go car status. I think all but one part we have discovered. Like I said, I think, not sure, but I think that might be that radiator. Possibly needs doing. But anyway, let's see if we can repair anything. So it's down on 16%, we need it to 100%. Not sure about some of these, I think they could be left. Right click inventory. We've still got quite a lot of stuff in. So we've repaired that knuckle. Looking at that. Not repaired, nothing else. Doesn't look like it. May have repaired that lower arm, that looks done. Okay, so we're going to need some substantial parts here. Have a little look on the computer, and we're going to start by a front steering knuckle. We want steering knuckle A. We want shock absorber. Now that one we want the front shock absorber, which is, I'm assuming it is A. Yeah, because that would have a spring on. We need the cap for it, and we're going to need a front spring as well. All of those. We need the front axle. No, can't spell now. Front axle knuckle cover. We need 2 of those, so obviously one must be damaged the other side. Need a front wheel hub. So let's oh, hang on, we need tie rods. We need one of those for definite. We need one of those for definite. And we need an unscrupulous amount of rubber bushings. So that should be the suspension on the front done. So we're going to head back here. We are going to part mount, start getting this put back together. Front steering knuckle A. And there we go. So we can get that knuckle cover on there. lower suspension arm with rubber bushings, nice new ones. So get that tie rod on, the outer tie rod. Get that front wheel hub put in. Already got one, so did we either repair it or did we have one spare from something else? Get that wheel hub bearing. Okay, we've not got any full wheel hub bearings, but we have 3, so I'm assuming we don't need to change that. No, we need that front axle putting in. The ventilated brake disc we also need. So that's 1, 2. The front shock absorber we need to put together on the compressor spring puller, join parts. Like I say, we did buy all new parts there. Take that. You can separate those parts off. See, the front spring was at 89%. So potentially we could have perhaps kept that one. Excuse the pause there for sneezing. We need to get that put on now. Whoops, too far. Pardon me, I'll put that spring back on. Again, it didn't say anything about that sway linkage. I've got a brand new one anyway, but it didn't say anything about it, so let's put that on. We need that front drive axle H is what we need. Go back onto the computer. Front drive axle H, there we go. Could have got the brakes whilst I was there. Put that back on. So we need a ventilated brake disc. Just want to quickly look at this one this side. Examine mode. Let's have a little look. Knuckle cover's fine that side. Yeah, that side's all fine. Appears to be fine that side, so I'm not sure what that is. What are we doing? I completely forgot now. Brakes. There we go. Have a quick look at the brakes. It said we wanted a ventilated disc. I'm going to pick up the set of pads, and I'm going to pick up a caliper as well. I'm not sure that it needs those, but sometimes it's best to have them in stock. Definitely need that disc. Pads, let's just put some new ones on. Put that new caliper on as well. We can't put that wheel on yet because I know that that needs changing as well. So what we're going to do is separate that part off. The tyre itself is fine, it's just the wheel. Right click, take those parts. Separate some more parts because obviously we've got the rear one as well. Take that. So, if we car status Still got that one part there that's not discovered. Curious as to what that is. So, got a brake caliper there that needs doing. Is that the rear one? I think it may have been. But yeah, let's head on down. We'll look at these wheels because these two need replacing. It's the Rim Classic 06 18 inch is what we need. So let's head on to the home button. Head to the rim shop. Type in the Classic 06. We need two of them and an 18 inch. This is where you hope you've actually bought the right tyre. Sorry, the right wheel. Go to the tyre changer. We're going to install parts. We need to find that Rim Classic 06, the new one, and install those sports tyres on there. So nice, simple job. I'm going to take that. We're going to put that onto the tyre balancer, wheel balancer, because whilst that's doing that, we can install more parts. Balance another wheel. Whilst that's balancing, we can put that front wheel on. Like I said, I think we have done all of this front corner now. A nice shiny new wheel on there. I'm sure you would notice the difference. Take that wheel now. So we need to get some parts for this back corner. So it's back onto the computer once again. Hit that home button and back into the parts. And we need the rear axle knuckle cover. Rear axle knuckle cover. One of those. We need a rear suspension arm. A rear suspension arm. We need the rear suspension arm A. We need the rear suspension arm B. The upper suspension arm, which I believe is going to be that one. We need a shock absorber, so we need a rear shock absorber A. We need a rear shock absorber cap. We need a rear spring. There, and we need a spring cap. I'm not sure about that one. We're having a little look. We've got a bit of a list going on of what bits and pieces we need to try and speed up the process a little bit. So let's put that knuckle cover, sorry, the knuckle housing on. Oh, we needed that bushing in there, I remember now. Put that in there whilst we remember. Put that upper suspension arm in. Get that rear suspension arm there. push in there. That shock absorber in. And the suspension arm B can go in. I think I've got that sway linkage there to go in. Again, it's not said anything about the sway linkage. So yeah, this is, each time you do these is pretty much a bit of a puzzle, putting it back together, etc. So that was the caliper that we needed. Just quickly run and grab a caliper. Said we needed another caliper, didn't I? Oh no, not an ABS pump. I didn't buy that one. New caliper on there. So that's ready for the wheel to go back on, but before we do that, let's put this spring cap in. That's the one we didn't get. Thought spring cap, we've got that written down twice. Oops, we clearly can't spell now. The spring cap, there we go. Where are we? Is that one there? That looks like it for that corner. We can put that wheel back on now. Like so. We're going to just car status. So we've got an exhaust pipe that needs doing, a rear muffler that needs doing, and a part that is unknown. Have a look at the computer once again. We want a rear muffler. That is the rear muffler I4. Called it says a rear muffler. A proper name would be a back box. We want a standard exhaust pipe. I think it's that one that we want. So that's that. Get those two put back on. Car mount. Exhaust pipe, yeah, we did get the right ones. Nothing worse than buying those parts and realising you bought the wrong ones. So bring that down. Have a little look in the engine now. I think it is this radio. It looks a bit. To take that off, we've got to take that one off. Take that off. Right click, car status. Yeah, it was that radiator A. Said it looked a bit discoloured. Obviously he's done damage to that somehow. Put that radiator A back fan and the fan housing, and that should be the car done. Right click, car status, and there we go. So that is all the parts that needed doing. We'll just recap what we've done. Brake calipers, front shock absorber A, lower suspension arm, front steering knuckle A, front drive axle H, rear axle knuckle housing A, rear suspension arm B, exhaust pipe, brake caliper, rear shock absorber cap, brake disc ventilator, brake disc, rear suspension arm A, rear suspension upper arm, inner tie rod, front wheel hub, the back box, the rear shock absorber A, outer tie rod, and you get the idea. A couple of new wheels, etc., various bushings, a radiator, and a front steering knuckle A. So total money spent was £3,081 or dollars, and total money back is £5,572 or dollars. So we're going to click finish order, and that is the car gone. So a nice simple job today. I say simple, quite a large job, but like I say, that is it. Hopefully you have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, remember to hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new, of course. Well, like I say, that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching today, and we shall see you in the next episode. Bye for now.